largest chunk of businesses in Uganda are not registered. In fact, only about 500,000 are registered with the Uganda Registration Services Bureau. Achieving national and individual business objectives has very much to do with all businesses in the country being registered.
49% of the informal sector is contributing to the GDP. 49%, and it's the informal sector. But as long as businesses operate informally, the opportunity for growth, the opportunities for achieving what we've talked about, of creating employment, for creating wealth, are limited.
But why are many businesses in Uganda not registered?
Some people say, we interact with people, with my colleagues. The women say, no, my husband will get to know my accounts and I will lose out. I don't want my relatives to know that my business is big, and then they start asking me for money. But there's also someone who will say, no, government will come to know me and they will tax me. But government is not taxing everybody. But if you're making profit, just then pay a little tax to contribute to the national development.
Registration concerning businesses is at two levels. One, the name of the business.
Procedures depend on what a client wants to do. If you want to start a business in Uganda, it can take two forms. You either want to register a business name or a company. A business name is governed by a different law, the business names registrations law, and it takes just a mere application which can be downloaded from our website and filled. The fee is 24,000 Uganda shillings and a bank charge of 2,200, filled by the applicant, submitted to our office, and then a certificate is issued within 2-3 hours. We are moving to instant registration of our business names.
And the second, registering a company.
You require, first of all, a name, the name of the company, which we search for in our system, and there is even a criteria that we follow to give you that name. The name must be not against public order and morality. It must not be abusive or offensive. The name must not have been registered by any other person in business. And we search through our databases and examine and assess where the name can be registered.
You can then receive a tax identification number or even a trading license in the one-stop business center setup. This is because Uganda Registration Services Bureau sits together with the Uganda Revenue Authority and the Kampala Capital City Authority or municipal authorities outside Kampala. Currently, there's a drive to make sure business registration is eased from the previous 6 months to the current less than 6 days, with a target of 2 hours, which has been achieved in some registration centers.
Maybe the cost of doing business, the cost of registration, the regulatory burden, the compliance burden is so high that people are not encouraged to do registration, formalize their businesses. So we are focusing on reducing the burden of doing business. How do you reduce the burden of business? Make sure that our services are easily accessible.
The Uganda Registration Services Bureau has 45 offices countrywide and working towards automation where registration of names and companies will be done online. And the drive to ease business registration has national objectives.
The future is that we want all licensing done online. So our informational portal is going to be transformed in the next 1 year into a transactional portal. Again, reducing the cost of doing business, reducing the burden a person goes through to doing business, availing information to the people to make business decisions.
It might have taken a while to come, but the day when business registration will take just hours is nearly here, and the one big obstacle to ease of doing business will be removed to improve Uganda's business competitiveness in the region and globally.
The National Development Plan is talking about employment. How do we create employment? How do we improve on the average per capita income. How do we facilitate wealth creation? So all those, the work we do must relate to achieving those objectives.